Okay, so we have just finished the claim. Remember that our claim connects to our so what. Okay, they connect. And again, our so what connects to our fact. And our fact is something that can be argued. It's like fertile ground for turning into a thesis. Okay, we can actually open the door for the so what question when you're picking your fact. Okay, now if we go back up to our kind of formula up here, we've done our claim. Now we're on to reason. Okay, why we believe our claim. Okay, so we're looking at why we believe these things up here in yellow. Okay, why do we think these things? Why do you think so? Okay, so when I say because it made the colonists rich, but not England, okay, I am looking at this one here. I'm connecting it to this one. The London Company had the right to be disappointed because it made the colonists rich, but not England. See how I just combined the two? Okay, it became the foundation of the American economy. Okay, that one can be kind of difficult to come up on your own, especially like any talk of the economy. So some of these reasons you may need some parental help on these ones. But this one, it became the foundation of the American economy, connects to this one here. And then because tobacco harmed people's health, that one connects to it shapes society. This one here, okay? Now, just looking at these, okay, I know that the tobacco, how tobacco harmed people's health, I know that we talked about that one in class, but I actually, I think it could be, obviously could be argued, but I think it's a little bit of the weaker argument. And so, or maybe even the more obvious one, and there's not like much evidence in the paragraph for you to support on that one. So I'm actually just going to pick two of my, I'm just going to pick two thesis statements, okay? So in a thesis, we're combining our claim and our reason into one strong sentence. This may take several drafts, okay? And so my final thesis, or what my whole argument is going to be about, is the London Company was right to be disappointed. Remember, that's my claim, and I got that from the fact and my so what with tobacco because it enriched the colonies but weakened England's control. Okay, so I have my claim, okay, my judgment, and I got that straight from the fact and the so what. Okay, and then I have the reason why they had the right to be disappointed in right here. They had the right to be disappointed with tobacco because it enriched the colonies but weakened England's control. Okay, I can't do the claim and the reason alone though. I can't just start at the claim because we need to figure out the so what or why does it matter. We need to kind of break it down a little bit further, and our book doesn't really do a good job of breaking that down for us. And so when you are working at this in your WR book, just remember that you need to do those things first. You need to kind of find the facts. You need to figure out what the information is telling you, because we are not just creating theses from nothing. Thesis statements, okay? We and in our WR books, we are creating thesis statements from readings, okay? Not just kind of out of thin air based on topics or opinions that we believe, okay? It's based on the reading because we are going to use the reading as our evidence later on, okay? The second one would be the colonists' devotion to tobacco reveals how economic prosperity or wealth outweighed health or loyalty to England. Okay, now I put wealth there in brackets because I put economic prosperity because I know what that is. But if you wrote wealth, that would be fine as well. That might be fine too in like a first draft. And when you talk with parents, okay, well, when you talk about what's another word for wealth, and a parent might have to explain to you a little bit about economic prosperity in this particular question, just so that you have a better understanding of what that means. But just remember that it takes a stand. Your thesis takes a stand, and it explains why it matters. Okay. So just to review. Okay. We start with a fact from the passage. It has to be from the passage. We ask, so what? To see why does it matter. We make a claim or a judgment, and we add a reason to support it. Okay, we don't just put a claim out there. We have to have some support. And finally, we put it all together in a thesis. Okay. The process really always works the same. The process for your evidence-based thesis is the same. Okay, it looks just a little bit different, but honestly, it is the same. It's a little bit easier actually because the facts are laid out there for you. This one is a little bit more difficult because you have to pull out that fact. So step 1 and step 5 here are actually probably that will take you the longest. But by practicing, you'll get faster and just sharper at turning information into meaningful arguments. Okay. I hope this helps you do your homework this week. Again, if you need any help, you can email me. Also, I would encourage you to draw a table for each of your paragraphs or the evidence that you're working with this week. There's only, I think, 4 altogether. Okay, so like 2 more readings and then 2 more making thesis statements from facts. Okay, all right, good luck.